Okay, so this morning I'm going to post a couple more videos for you. First, we're going to pick up some vocabulary to talk about why we like things or why we dislike things. You guys can see my screen again. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger, so hopefully it will be easier for you to read. I checked out the last video last night, and it's kind of hard to see, so y'all are just going to have to bear with me while we play around and figure out the best way to do these things. So we're going to talk about our descriptive vocabulary, talking about why we like or dislike things. Okay, so es pésimo means it's awful. Okay, so if we wanted to do an example, we could have ¿Por qué no te gusta el tenis? And your answer could be, oh, we need ¿por qué to be 2 words. That was my bad. ¿Por qué? And your answer could be ¿Por qué es pésimo? Because it's awful. Okay. This is another good one you can use to talk about food. ¿Por qué no te gusta la comida china? Porque es pésimo. It's awful. I don't like it at all. Then we have es fenomenal, which means it's awesome. Okay, it's phenomenal is another word you might use. This one's very similar to our English word for phenomenal, so it's an easy one to remember. Es formidable means it's great. Okay, it's great. Es muy delicioso or es muy deliciosa means it's delicious. You don't have to use muy. Muy means very, so we could say it's very delicious. Using muy is optional. You could also just say es deliciosa, es deliciosa. But when you put in muy, it steps it up a notch to say that it's, it's really great. I really like it. It's very delicious, rather than just it was good. Es horrible is another one that's very similar to something we already have in English. It's horrible. Okay, this is a word that Spanish has borrowed from us in English, so this is a good one. One you should always be able to remember because it's not that different from what we already know. Es divertido is one that's going to be really helpful when we start going more into our sports. It's fun. So we could do ¿Por qué te gusta el sorry, I'm messing up with the typing. ¿Por qué te gusta el fútbol? And you could say ¿Por qué es divertido? Okay, because it's fun. So that's a good one that you're going to want to make sure that you keep in mind as we start talking about sports and different hobbies and activities we like to do. Es interesante is another one that's a cognate. It should look really familiar. It's interesting. Okay, it's interesting. ¿Por qué te gusta? ¿Por qué te gusta ver Scandal? Why do you like to watch Scandal? Porque es interesante. Okay, because it is interesting. Es bastante bueno or es bastante buena means it's pretty good. Bastante means pretty. You could obviously use bueno or buena without bastante. Es bueno, it's good. Es buena, it's good. Es bastante buena, it's pretty good. So that's just another qualifier that we're going to learn to use to talk about how we like things in degrees. So sometimes we like it a lot, sometimes we think it's okay. And we're going to start building our vocabulary to include those words so that you guys can have more ability to express things outside of just es bueno, es interesante, es divertido. You can say es muy divertido, it's very fun. Es bastante divertido, it's pretty fun. Just to talk about the degrees with which we like things. And then malo, sorry if you could hear that, that's the bell. Es bastante malo or es bastante mala is it's pretty bad. Malo should be a word that we recognize from our questions like, ¿Cómo estás? Estoy mal. Mal is bad. Malo or mala describes a noun that's bad. So, te gusta. So we could say, we don't have to ask why you like something. We could just say, te gusta el... My word's frozen, so we're going to have to give it a second. Sorry, y'all. Te gusta los juegos de mesa. Okay, so do you like board games? And you could say, no me gusta, porque son bastante malos. I don't like it because it's pretty bad. Or, you know, if we wanted to do something like interesante, you wouldn't have to ask why. You could just say, if I was asking you if you like volleyball, so te gusta voleibol, you could say sí es interesante. So you could just say, yes, it's interesting. You don't have to always say, I like it because it's interesting. You could just say, yes, yes, it's interesting, just like we would do in English. So that is our quick vocab review. You guys are going to fill this in with your guided notes, and you're going to write me some sentences about why you like things today, okay? So use this video. Keep in mind, if you have any questions, please ask. That's what I am here for, to answer your questions. I'm trying to end this, oh, here we go. Yeah, so y'all just bear with me while I'm trying to figure out, because you know that I'm not the most tech savvy, but I think that this will help our class be a little bit better if I can open up the internet to turn this off. Okay, so I'm going to stop this. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye.